What's up, everyone? This is Trendkill Toys. Today, I got the Valaverse Crimson Shadow Technologies weapons pack. This is a tin that has like 89 guns or something around there, and it's like $70 or $80, something like that. So it's a pretty good deal. So I had to pick it up, and I know I already have a ton of guns already, but you can never have enough guns. You know, the same thing goes for action figure guns as well. And also, there's like dividers in the tin so you can organize your weapons. So that's nice and convenient to have because I have my weapons in separate boxes right now. So it'd be good to have it, all in one place. Basically, when you open the tin up, it's just a regular, tin as you'd expect. And you got all the weapons here in separate little sandwich baggies. I already took everything out and kind of looked over everything once and I had to put it back in. Like I was saying before, there are dividers in the tin, so that's cool for organizing. So there's a lot of different designs here of guns. You have maybe it's like an AR. I don't know like everything there is to know about firearms. Maybe I know a little bit more than like the average figure collector. So that's a cool gun design. This is the one I was looking forward to probably the most. This is like a Dragunov sniper rifle. So they got the design, very accurate. The scope is nice too. And it's pretty sturdy plastic. It's not 3D printed quality. This is much better than some of the 3D printed guns out there. That is definitely something to consider when you're in the market for 1/12 guns. Some nice pistols, almost like a Glock. Kind of looks like a Glock or something. And a bunch of magazines. 30-round magazines. Some knives. Not too excited for the knives. They're honestly not that great. But I mean, they do have like hatchets and some bigger knives, which are cool. These ones are cooler than the other small ones, and these ones are even better. That's cool that they give you just different styles, different options, and a whole lot of different designs. This is a cool gun. I think this is like a Mac 10 or something. Probably not. I'm probably not right about that one. This is kind of an ugly gun, so I'm not a big fan of that one. More magazines and some muzzle flash effects, or some shooting effects as the normies call them. These are muzzle flashes. So that's cool how it comes with 3 little baggies, 3 different kinds of muzzle flash effects. So that's cool, and these are actually probably the best right now on the market. Maybe the Mezco ones are a little bit better just because they're less vibrant and more, I don't know, I feel like when you take a picture of a Mezco firing effect, the camera like picks it up better. This is kind of bright and saturated, and the Mezco effects are a little bit more, they have like a yellowish tint, and it makes them appear more realistic on camera. These are kind of a little bit too saturated, maybe a little bit too orange. They should be a little bit more yellowish and whiter to be like a, to give a more realistic look to it. But I mean, these are still good. They work good. They're a sturdy fit on the gun. They're not going to fall out, and I've dealt with them before, so look forward to using those for pictures. AKs for the bad guys. Good guys never use AKs. This quality is a lot better than 3D printed guns, which I know is kind of like a hot topic when you're talking about 1/12 scale guns, that kind of printer resin versus actual plastic. And I remember hearing the man himself, the creator behind Valaverse, Bobby Vala, he did indirectly, kind of take shots at Gridiron Studios. I'm a fan of both, but definitely I prefer Valaverse just because of the quality, and it's actually plastic. The paint doesn't come off like they do on Gridiron. Although Gridiron does have more frequent releases and a lot of different designs. I think more than Valaverse probably. And they just come out with stuff more often. And some of the stuff is really cool, like the flamethrowers, and they had a jetpack that was pretty cool. And they just have a lot of like bigger guns, cannons. They have 50 cal, and they had that Kickstarter that I have, that big World War II anti-tank big cannon. They have binoculars and like a satellite thing, like a computer thing, and I think Gridiron is a lot more experimental, a lot more like they make just a lot more stuff. But you know, Valaverse definitely, they know how to make a good quality weapon, and they don't try to do anything too fancy. I hope they do, but they also have the actual figures to worry about making, which are awesome. Like the Valaverse action figures are some of the best action figures ever. Just the quality, the way they feel, the way they articulate, and the way they look. There's really nothing better in terms of military, you know, action figures than Valaverse right now, in the 1/12 scale world at least. So let's see how these guns look on a couple different action figures here. So right here, I'm just gonna grab this one because he's near. This is a custom that I've been working on. If you know who this is, let me know in the comments. If there's any X-Files fans out there. Actually, now that I'm looking at this through the camera, it kind of looks like Mike Myers. Here he is with the Dragunov. I believe this is a Dragunov. If it's not, you guys let me know in the comments. Isn't it like a VS something? A V something? Or is it Dragunov? This is a cool gun. I've always wanted it. It's cool to finally have it. And it's cool that it's made by Valaverse. There are some gold guns for gangster type characters, because I know gangsters like to use flashy weapons that have terrible accuracy. And this looks pretty sick. And again, if this was a Gridiron gun, there would be, you know, paint marks on him because he's a white figure. But with the Valaverse, like, I can probably do this. There's no, you know, paint scratches or anything going on there. So that's really the highlight of Valaverse, is just a level of quality, the superior quality to every 3D printed 1/12 gun ever. And here's another figure. This is my custom General Jack Stalwart. He's got to get in on this. I'm not sure what gun he would like. He's not really a sniper. He's not really a heavy weapons guy either. He likes smaller weapons, usually SMGs. So actually, let's go with the... I don't think this is an SMG, but we'll go with the tan, the khaki colored. So that's pretty sweet right there. And I mean, the guns look how you would expect them to look. It's just a dude holding a gun. But I think they just work so well, and it just works way better than some of the other options out there. So I think you definitely have to get this. And like I said before, the knives, honestly, I would have preferred, you know, more guns instead of knives. Especially these. These are not that great. I actually had one of these knives break on me. And of course, I got to bring out, you know who, my favorite. You know, of course, we got to get Punisher in on the new weapons. You can't have weapons without the Punisher. Okay, this is kind of weird. The bullets here are black. They should be gold, or, you know, how bullets are normally colored. It's kind of odd that they're black. So that's sick. Like, I think the Punisher actually used this gun a lot. Right, so there he is with his head, finally. Let's see if we can put one of these muzzle flashes on the gun. I'm also really looking forward to the vehicle that Valaverse has planned. So I can't wait for that. So that's like super sick. Also, I don't know why I'm so freaking out of breath. For some reason, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too excited for these weapons. No, I know why I'm out of breath. Because I have to keep moving back and forth, grabbing figures, and then coming back over here. So these are actually bigger. I don't know if these would fit those guns over there. So this one doesn't go. This one doesn't have a hole in the barrel, so you can't put, you know, these on it. But I think you can put some like these on it. There's no friction, so you can't put it. I'm pretty sure they have other ones that would work. I think this is a different one, or is this the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. That one doesn't work. You can always just put some tack and just shove it in there, whatever. I guess I haven't used an actual G.I. Joe figure, so let me use Stalker. So that one's pretty cool too. You can actually look through the scope. So that's pretty awesome. So actually, for a comparison, here's a. So this is from Gridiron. Like there's a lot of detail. Maybe that's one thing Gridiron has over Valaverse. You know, the amounts of detail, because you can get like a decent amount of detail from 3D printing. So I mean, this is like really cool, and especially the paint job on it. Like, and it really matches, you know, Stalker well, and pretty much anyone who's wearing camo. So I mean, that's really cool. But like the problem is, like, it flexes, which is kind of a good thing, but it warps. Like, you have to heat it up to warp it back. I remember I had some parts that came with that big World War II cannon thing, anti-tank cannon. Some parts that came with that were like warped, and I had to heat them up to straighten them out, and they get warped again just because, like, under its own weight, it'll just warp just because it's the quality that they're printing this stuff in. So it's not bad, you know, the detail is nice, the paint is nice, but then again, the paint does rub off. I don't know, I think I've said enough about that though. You know, Valaverse has been really impressing me and a lot of people lately. So I hope they keep doing good. I hope they keep progressing and getting better. I highly recommend getting it. You can never have enough guns. It's always good to be armed and to have your action figures armed as well. So, you know, I'm all for any guns that Valaverse is coming out. I'll buy them. You know, except not the biggest fan of these. You know, that's kind of one thing I wish Valaverse would do, that they'd pick some of their weapons choices better. And I wish they came out with more like rare weapons, more weapons that you see like in the real world that are special and not like these guns. But anyways, that's pretty much everything I have to say about this weapons pack. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a top 10 figures of 2022. I'll do something like it. I don't know if I'll do top 10, but I'll do something like best figures from 2022 or something like that. But anyways, I gotta go, and I'll see you guys in the next video.